BATCHIMPIPS. I've been BATCHIMPIPS. I've been.
Hey, it's your man Charlie P. I'm gonna walk y'all through these trades, walk y'all through my whole day, from last night up to now. And so y'all can see how I took these trades, why I took these trades, and how much we were able to profit. And let me just say this real quick, man. Y'all need to believe in yourselves, man. Like, stop limiting yourself. So many people talk about the high lot size this and why are you trading such a high lot size? Because I believe in myself. That's why. I got confidence in my abilities. I have gone through my strategies time and time again, testing. I got folders full of screenshots to prove to myself this strategy works. That's why. All right, y'all. I figured today we'll start off showing proof. Let's go ahead and log into my back office. And this is the account that I'm working off of. And looking at the metrics, as you can see, I started on, does it say? Yep, February 1st. You see right there, February 1st is when this started. So this is my 7th trading day, and the current balance is at $41,892. And today's profit specifically was $15,500. So let's talk about how we got to this 15,000 profit today. Look at USDCAD. So I'm doing some market analysis before bed, right? There is a humongous hit. When was the last time I used humongous in a sentence? Golly, I don't even know where that came from, but I didn't use it now, so let's roll with it. There is a humongous head and shoulders pattern on UC right now. So here is our my left shoulder. I can't even get my left and rights together tonight, y'all. But there's the left shoulder. Here's the head. And here is the right shoulder. The other thing is it's already come down and broken the neckline. So if I were to draw, I guess from the first, this point here, let me zoom back out. We've closed past one of the where the body closed on the neckline. I can't talk tonight for nothing. I'm leaving all this in. I ain't editing nothing out. I usually edit out a bunch of ums and all that so I don't sound so stupid, but I'm just gonna leave all this in today. But yeah, man, it closed past this though, which is another indication that this head and shoulders has been completed, which means this little upward move right here was just more of a correction type thing, and it's about to tank. So I'm expecting USDCAD to tank tomorrow. I don't know exactly how it's gonna happen, because as far as this looks over here, I'm not really familiar with that. I guess the pattern that it's making as far as one of my strategies. This isn't really a strategy. This is just me saying, hey, I see that there's a head and shoulders pattern and the neckline has gotten broken. So I'm expecting it to continue to drop. So I'm gonna be on the lookout for that tomorrow, when I wake up, and we'll see what happens, and hopefully we can catch a good sale on it. So there's a mini head and shoulders on UC. Looks like I actually missed it. Yep, let me go and get in. Drag that down. All right, so trash entry, but if it comes back above the gold, I'll get back in with a little bit more. And there we go. So it's coming back up. So I'm about to let it come up a little bit further, and then if it tops that wick again, then I'll hop in, because that's about as hot. Yep, there we go. Right there. All right, so I can see this potentially coming up a little bit higher. You see how the gold hasn't crossed over yet, or the 50 MA hasn't crossed over to 144 yet. So back to the M15, that means it's probably going to come up a little bit higher than that purple line, which is my 144, but I'm gonna just adjust my stops a little bit. And yeah, we'll come back. I'm gonna enter one more time if it comes up a little higher though. I'm down 1,300. All right, little bit more. There we go. And now put that back right there. All right, so we're in gold. We will come back and hopefully this thing will skyrocket. All right. All right, the Swiss yen looks like it's going to give us a peak of 10 trade. So I'm looking to buy this. Let me just double check everything. Cool. And cool. So I do believe, yeah, we can go on and take that. All right, yeah. All right, so we're in the Swiss yen. I'll put my stop loss here and we will come back and talk about this in just a second. Actually, let me throw my stop loss just down there. But hopefully we won't need that because it's just gonna go up. Okay, so I'm back with the update and basically USDCAD. Remember, I got in because there was a really big head and shoulders right here. And I was trying to figure out how do I know when to get back in, because I know it's gonna go down. I just didn't know what formation it was gonna make, because it didn't look like any of my strategies. But once I woke up and saw this miniature head and shoulders going on right here, and then once this part right here, once that got broken and the H1 candle closed past that, like the neckline of this mini head and shoulders, I just stuttered extra hard. I knew that it was time to start looking for entries. So as you saw, the first entry I took, it was trash, and that's fine. But it had already touched my 50 EMA. Y'all know by now I like to enter on the opposite side of the 50 EMA on the 15-minute chart, based on whatever direction that I'm trying to trade in. So it had already touched above the 50 EMA here when I first saw it. So that's why I went ahead and jumped in here, just in case it went ahead and decided to take off. I didn't want to miss it completely. Now my mistake was I went ahead and went in with 30 lots right here. I should have gone in with 10 and then waited to see if it came back up further and then took 30. So that was a mistake on my part. But nevertheless, we came up, I got in again right here, and then it dropped down and then it came back up some more. The reason I took this one up here was because on the hourly chart, I noticed that the 50 EMA hadn't crossed over the 144 yet. And so I said, if it comes up and it grabs that 50, then I'll go ahead and take that trade. So that's why this top entry was taken. And as you can see, that was a picture perfect entry. So that's USDCAD. Let's go ahead and look for a point of take profit on this. Okay, well, that's a blatantly obvious point. So we've got a really obvious zone right here where price looks like it wants to bounce off of. I mean, it bounced up off of it here. I'm sorry, it bounced down from it here, and then it broke through it, came down and revisited it as support. So I'm expecting this now to come down to this same zone and revisit this as support. Problem is, I got 50 lots on this, and unless it moves extremely aggressively, I'm not gonna hold that over into the next day because of the way that FTMO does things. They restart their daily allowed loss, or their daily loss limit. It restarts at the beginning of each day. So even if I'm 100 pips in profit at the end of today, but when the next trading day starts, if I go 20 pips, if it goes 20 pips against me and knocks me back like $10,000, then I lose my account, and I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm going to take profit on this at the end of the day, no matter where it is, but I'm hoping that it gets aggressive and goes ahead and starts dropping real hard down there. So that's where that take profit will be. Let's go to another pair that we are in, which is gold. All right, so I'm gonna give gold one more try to get its life right because it did me dirty earlier. Like it just disrespected my angel dust. All right, here we go. Let me go and hop in gold one more time. Don't do me. Oh crap, did it just hit the gold that fast and just dipped on me and I missed it because I blinked? Dang, gold be moving, boy. All right, come on down here. I'm kind of mad I missed that. Like I literally blinked and it hit and dipped. Gold be disrespecting, boy. I'm about to do something bad. I'm just gonna be impatient. I probably just lost some pips doing that, but I really need to get to work, so I'm just gonna get in. So we're back in gold. I saw angel dust on this earlier. However, gold was extra disrespectful and came down and closed back below everything, but then it decided, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and come up again. But what I did is I waited on this H1 candle to close back above this one. I'm never gonna buy, well, let me rephrase that, at least on angel dust, I'm never gonna buy if, like, you see how this red candle right here, this bearish candle, it closed below like this level here. Zoom in. So I draw my line right at the bottom of that, and you see how it closed below that. Most of the time that means it's going to continue to come down. So I just waited, and then so the only way I was going to buy is if it closed back above the last green candle, which is this one. And then it did. It came up and it closed past that. So then I did what I always do is I go down to M15, and I wanted to wait and get back in when it grabbed my 50, which it did right here. And y'all see, you saw what happened with that. It happened too quick. And so I got in about 7 pips later than I wanted to, but we're looking good on that one now. So that's another easy point to take profit. Just go into the H4 chart. Let's just hope this thing takes off, and we'll put it at the top of that for a potential 237 pips. But again, I'm getting out at the end of the day. Don't care. But if it gets aggressive and decides to shoot up there, then awesome. And then the last one that we got in was my Picatinny trade. As you see, that was a perfect entry. We had 0 drawdown on that. And you saw me take that real time as well. And let's find a point of take profit on this one, which here's a zone. So I'm just going to drag that right there because we got a zone right here where price came down and touched, came up, it broke through that and came back up and played around in this zone here. So I'm expecting it to come back up in this zone. So that'll give us about 54 pips. I'm just going to drag that down to 50 pips. And let that be what it, no, I like 54 because shoot, can I get 5K on this? How much that? All right, so 58 pips to give us $5,000. So we'll go for that. See what happens. And, but yeah, as you see, that one's looking good. So total, I have 70 lots going right now total. So I know that's a lot, but at the same time, you see my entries, you see my thought process, you see why I got in. It is what it is. I'm not tripping on that 70 lots on a 200K account. Da, 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 da. If you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. It's okay. We looking good. Anyway, we will come back and see what happens at the end of the day. Oh, snap. Well, y'all almost let me do this without adjusting my stops. Let me go ahead and make some stuff risk-free. All right, so we adjust the stops with risk-free on the Swiss yen. Let's go ahead and make gold risk-free. Actually, nah, gold be golden though. So you never know with gold. It's all right. It's late enough in the day. I just make that risk-free. And then, so the only thing that we really have any form of risk, that's gone down far enough. I think we're good on this one. I will drag everything below this so that we have 2 entries risk-free and then very little risk. We've only got, let's see. Yeah, 4 pips of risk on this entry. Not a big deal. All right, we'll check back in later. All right, so a little update. I'm gonna go ahead and just take profit because the market's not really moving too good today. So we're at 16K. I'm just gonna go ahead and take all of these. We got 5,800 on gold and then about 10K on UC. My Swiss yen trade came down and hit my stop loss. Remember, I put it to +1, so that one got stopped out. But 16K in a few hours, not shabby.